Yeah, it was 2019. It was my first year on the national tour and my family owned stuff. We had a good first, I mean, a good couple weeks beforehand. Kind of finally got rolling. We struggled at the beginning half the year, then got rolling. And I think I went from the B to like fourth at Rapid City the week before. And then we came out for Dirt Cup and Bagooski and Tanner Holmes, one of the prelim nights. I don't know if it was the first one or it was the first prelim night, I believe. Might have been the second prelim night, but they got together racing for the lead, and then I led, I think like 10 laps on the prelim night, and then Roger Crockett got by me and Colton got by me, and I ran third one of the prelim nights. Sat myself good for points for the final night, and then started fourth the final night. Raced I think fourth or fifth for a little while, and then Blake Hahn was leading, got into a lap car, and
Who's that?
then
Who's the lap car? Was he connected to you at all?
there might have been some affiliation there. Yeah, I got into Greg Hamilton, who is my
You,
roommate, best friend type deal. So it was wasn't on purpose that I know of. Yeah, no, he got together with him, and then I raced Matt for a couple laps, and then Matt got by me, and then I think I got him back once, and then Matt blew up. I think with like 15 to go or something like that, and then I had to restart the race. I think there was like three restarts I had to do it towards the end. I just remember my stuff would not take off at all. It was like the worst feeling in the world. I couldn't buzz the tires or anything like that. Just kind of stumbled and stumbled and stumbled. And I swear I was rolling around like half throttle on the yellow, just trying to get it to launch good and run down the hill. That's back when we still restarted in turn four. Yeah, I had Sowell behind me on the restarts, and I was running on the top, and everybody knows that Sowell's pretty badass on the bottom at Skagit. So it was a little nerve wracking for sure. It was pretty stressful, yeah, managed to hold them off, and then I'll never forget. I pulled down on the front stretch for the big victory lane celebration, and it wouldn't come out of gear. And I got out and I looked, and the shifter bracket had fallen off the side of the rear end. So I don't know how it stayed in gear the last who knows how long, it stayed in gear and all held together and just kind of it was perfect storm, I guess.
yeah, and you played a big role in Dominic's first Dirt Cup win too.
I did, yes. So I was the after COVID, there was no dirt cup, and there was the first dirt cup back, ACS National, and a we kind of struggled all weekend. And I think I was running like 10th or something like that, and Blake was gone, checked out, and I got over the curb getting into three, and then endoed into the wall, and I was in the air, and I felt something hit me, and I looked over, and I was on top of Blake's down tubes, and just ruined his car, ruined my car, ruined his weekend, obviously, and then Dominic got the win on that one. So Blake was, I'm sure, not very happy with the Hamilton Price household after that. I had to make sure we locked the doors, didn't come home to house fire.
So, in all sincerity, the race you won, there was a pile of up and downs. Like, how do you manage your emotions through that? Like, that's by far the biggest win of your career. Like, you had to have a lot going on in your head.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I led the first couple laps, or not the first couple laps, but I led for probably 15 laps or 10 laps before in the prelim night, and those were the first laps I led it as a national race. And then obviously Roger got by me, and I was a little disappointed with third. And then obviously, I mean, it was stressful. I was just counting the laps down. Skagit has that nice lap counter on the end of the front straightaway, and I was just staring at it, just hoping it would go away. And then we got into lap traffic, and I don't really remember having to race lap traffic too much. I think I would, get past three or four cars, and then a yellow would come out. I got saved by the yellows quite a bit. And then I just remember the last couple laps, I was pacing, and then I got close to lap traffic, and I was like, man, I don't want to get hung up in traffic. So I kind of laid back a little bit, and then it said three to go. And I went as hard as I could. I don't think I lifted for the last three laps, just up over the curb. And I don't know if they were the most well put together laps, but I was going for everything.
So, the other thing that I don't think people know about you is that you put in a lot of time at Shark Engines. And that wasn't just a win for you, that was for Shark Engines too. And they're obviously right from Skagit. What'd that mean to you to put them into victory lane as well?
Man, it was great. It was cool. Obviously racing on the road when I did that year, I was never really home much, and we struggled a little bit. But Mark, it was so nice to come home and have everybody here and just felt like I was racing a weekly show at Skagit again, obviously with a lot more pressure. But yeah, no, it was cool. It was a really big win for everybody, and all my family was down, all my sponsors, and everybody was here. So it was a quite the event, quite the party afterwards, and man, it was just probably a night that I won't ever forget. From what I remember of it, anyhow.
And then you were actually a bunch of firsts. Like Dom, I believe, thought you were the youngest until Corey Day, and I believe you're the only Canadian to win that race as well.
Yeah, I was the youngest, only Canadian, and I think there was one more deal there, but I'm not sure what it was. But that was my first national win. Probably there was a lot there. I think that was probably the first for a lot of us. Biggest payday I've ever had. It was just a notched a lot of marks on the wall for that one.
Yeah, last year you won at Willamette with the NARC series, which was your first NARC win, and you've already won the Dirt Cup. So now you're racing for 100 grand with the NARC series, and it's a 410 race for the Dirt Cup. Like, talk about like how exciting that is to have a regional race that you've already won now be 100,000 win.
Man, it's pretty wild, really. I mean, now I feel shortchanged. I mean, it was only 15 grand when I won, but no, it was cool. I mean, it's great what they're doing up there. They're stacking cash in and they're packing the stands even on a weekly show. So they're doing everything right up there. So it's cool to see that, there's a lot of reward there for everybody. I mean, obviously they're doing well enough to where they think that they can, throw out these major purses. And I mean, we got two triple digit purses for the whole year out here. So, which is wild when you think about it. Plus, what Gold Cup and everything pays. I mean, I think there's more money on the West Coast now than there ever has. So, everybody out here is just doing their job, and it's finally, catching up. As far as there was a lot of big paving races in the Midwest and out east, and now we're kind of out here more, and it's making it harder and harder to want to leave home. So, which is a good problem to have that they're so generous out here with the way they do it, which is really cool.
We recorded a preview show last night, and Sam Haferteep Jr. picked you as a guy that was going to surprise a lot of people. Can you surprise him enough to win this one?
Man, I hope so. I feel like we're rolling good. I mean, obviously Trey's got my number the last couple of weeks. I think he passed me two to go last week and then one to go the week before. So that one stings. As long as you guys don't have him calling in here when I'm halfway through my interview. But
I think you're safe.
yeah, yeah, no, he's had my ticket for a little while now. So, but I mean, every time that happens, I go back and relive it and watch the video, and then go back and just watch it again and see where I'm making mistakes and see where I can get better in traffic. And we're rolling pretty good right now. I'm pretty comfortable in both cars. So, I mean, obviously, if Speed Week goes well, I'm pretty confident right now. Just see, everybody knows you guys have both raced Dirt Cup. You know, it's a grind. You got to have the way the format is. It's kind of got all laps together for you. And there's stuff that can happen to make your weekend a lot easier for you. So, good pill draw, good heat race because of the invert, good feature because of the invert, and got to qualify good. Just kind of put together a whole weekend, just like any big race. But try not to think about it as too much of a big race. But I mean, you just go out there and hope for the best. I guess is the best thing that happens. I don't know. I don't. I've been obviously working in the shop a lot and getting everything ready and dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's and just hopefully be as prepared as possible.